Welcome to another episode of the Southern Boating and Yachting Podcast. I'm Ian Sneed.
I'm James Anderson.
And today, this is our final episode covering FLIBS 2025. What we're going to do is we're going to talk about really the experience of attending the Fort Lauderdale International Boat Show.
Some know-how, the experience,
a few tips,
places to eat,
the difference between the different locations, little things like that, right? The things to help you plan your experience.
What's new?
Yeah. So with that, before we jump into it, remember, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and the notification bell icon so you get notified for future videos. Really, it's going to be much more conversational just because it's really just us sharing our experience. And we are going to be referencing an article that was printed in our October issue.
Mm-hmm. Written by Marilyn DiMartini.
That's right. She did a great job breaking down a lot of information that we're not going to cover because it's more for that story.
Right.
So I don't really want to go too in-depth into what she wrote because she had some great insight.
No, it's a great article to read. She did a fantastic job. She's been at this boat show more times than most people.
Yeah.
So
she knows what she's talking about.
Absolutely.
So what we want to do, first let me start off by sharing some information that I did get from this article. Over 100,000 attendees, over 90 acres of exhibitor space, tons of mega yachts. This is literally a must-see event if you're a local. And if you're not a local, it's an event that you want to plan to visit at least sometime in your life. If you're interested in boating, if you're interested in yachting, if you like getting out on the water, shopping, if you like fishing, if whatever it is, you want to come to FLIBS at least once.
Right.
At least once in your life. And preferably for a couple of days.
Preferably, I think really if you're going to do it properly, it takes a couple of days.
Yeah.
2 to 3
for
sure.
Days. Yep.
Absolutely. There's so much to cover. There's so much space. There's so many different brands there. And it takes a little bit of investigation work, right? A little bit of prior planning to really have, if you've got a goal with the show, make sure that you do some prior planning. Note where everybody is because it is split across so many different areas in Fort Lauderdale.
Yes, it really is. So,
but if you're boat buying, this is the show to go to.
Oh, 100%.
Because you can guaranteed the models that you're looking at are going to be at this show.
Right, which a lot of people already know. It's the largest in-water boat show in the world.
Yes.
Now, they have many vessels at the Convention Center. They have the Superyacht Center, right?
Yep.
Or Superyacht Village.
Superyacht Village, right?
Obviously, there's at Pier 66. There's
Pier 66 and its little area, and then there's the Bahia Mar.
The Bahia Mar Yachting Center.
Right? And really the show stretches from just south of 17th Street and the Convention Center all the way north of Las Olas Boulevard now.
Yeah.
Which is insane.
Yeah,
absolutely insane.
If you're
with
a local,
the new Las Olas Marina.
Right. If you're a local, you understand exactly how large of a space that is. And if you're not, look it up on a map and trust me, you'll be impressed.
It's a long area.
Now, one thing I did like was she kind of broke down the Convention Center really well in the article. And so I wanted to highlight a few things that we
so
about that.
Let's talk about the Convention Center. This is going to be the first year that the new spaces of the Convention Center are open, right?
Right.
So number one, we've all seen it. If you've driven by it and you're a local, the new Omni hotel that's tied to the Convention Center. Beautiful high rise. It's got plenty of restaurants, rooftop bar, a lot of different areas, 801 rooms.
Yeah.
This is a 5-star resort. Absolutely amazing. About time we had a Convention Center luxury hotel mix.
Yeah.
Right? Really cool. I'm excited for it.
And this is, if you're traveling in, one of the things that you can plan for in the future is stay at this hotel. You can walk right into the Convention Center.
Right.
And then we'll talk about water taxis later, how that's the easiest way to get around. You could take that to the rest of the show. It's definitely a great addition to the experience.
Let's hit one of the other hotels right across the street. It's not new, but it's reopened. And that's going to be the Pier 66. Right?
Yeah.
Pier 66, iconic tower with the revolving restaurant on top. Been there a million times. Love it. But now it's redesigned. It's got residences there and the hotel there. New restaurants. Definitely something to go check out. Especially, even if you're a local like me, it's something I want to go check out. I haven't seen it since its renovation, but it's something that I can remember going back to as far as when my parents took me there when I was young. So, I think it's really neat that they've redone that space and now it's open and it's part of the show basically it's one of the show areas in their marina.
Yeah. Now, we did talk about the convention center briefly. It's freshly renovated, isn't it?
Yes. The convention center is renovated as well.
Renovated. Now, if you're going to the convention center to look at vessels, you're looking at really fishing vessels, and I would say smaller. I would say really
smaller
under
center
50,
consoles, under 50 feet.
Under 50 feet is probably what you're going to find there. You might find something within that range, but you're going to find vessels obviously at the convention center, not in water. It gives you an opportunity to see the vessel from a different light, which I think a lot of people, even though it's the largest in-water boat show, and they're excited because then they can stand on the vessel and see how it feels when it's actually in water. When you get to see it out of water, you get to see everything.
Well, you're seeing below the water line and everything. So it's quite interesting. It's a different aspect.
So don't sleep on going to the convention center.
No, definitely don't. I would actually, if it's my recommendation, I would start there.
Yeah.
And you can start there almost every day because there's parking at the convention center too.
Right.
Because parking is always one of the biggest battles.
Yeah. And there are remote lots, right?
Yes.
But
there's going to be plenty of remote lots. There's shuttles. There's a lot of different ways to get to the show. We'll cover some more of that because you mentioned the water taxis, which is my preferred method of getting around the show. But I like starting in the convention center, park at the convention center, walk through the convention center, then go over to, maybe Superyacht Village, take the water taxi, or to the Bahia Mar and start touring around there. Because the Bahia Mar is really the epicenter of the show, if you ask me.
It is. Yeah, it's
right.
The heartbeat.
That's where you find the majority of the stuff.
Bahia Mar has, I think it's docks A through I.
Correct.
Right, which is, if you think about it, it's massive amounts
both
of docks.
On the south and the north side of the Bahia Mar.
Yeah. Now, mind you, to be the largest in-water boat show, the regular dock space will not do. They have to go out and they have to rent floating docks, and they have to expand the dock space and redesign everything so that everything fits. So when we say, okay, docks A through I, it's not like walking onto a marina and seeing, just the regular docks. It's expansive.
No, it's a huge project that undergoes, it's multiple weeks that they putting all of these docks in and, getting everybody in. And in fact, I think it takes about 2 weeks to get all the boats in.
Yes.
Which is amazing.
Yeah. Now, what I want to talk about is if you do decide to walk the docks, right? They have refreshment stops. They have a food truck area. At the convention center, they have places to eat also, right?
Right.
It's all built into the convention center. Here, they bring in food trucks. They bring in all these refreshment stops along the docks the whole way through. So if you're walking, you're exploring different vessels, you're looking at different manufacturers, and then you get thirsty, you could hop over, grab a quick drink, and then continue on. And you can do that all the way and back.
Right.
And I love that because, one, it's convenient, right? Two, it keeps you hydrated, which I want to point out is probably one of the most important things to remember is to stay hydrated because, that walking, all that sun.
Though it's late October in South Florida, it is still really warm here, right? It is still hurricane season.
Yeah.
So we're still got plenty of humidity in the air. It is important to stay hydrated, stay refreshed.
Yeah. Bring sunblock. That's another one.
Hopefully it's beautiful days during the show, which we can, it almost always is. But yeah, you do want to prepare for spending all day in the sun, right? Which means, again, hydration, sunblock, and just make sure you're wearing walking shoes too, man.
Yeah.
Because you might think that you're not going to do that much walking.
You'll end up doing a lot of walking.
Here at Southern Boating, I make all of us compare how many steps we've done with our iPhones.
Yeah.
And it's about 18,000 steps.
Yeah, on a slow day.
The average.
On a slow day, somebody hits 14,000.
Yeah,
right?
On a slow day.
Somebody hits 14,000. And that's, if you think about it, we're going around, but we're actually spending a lot of time in one location. And we're still getting 14,000 steps in a day on a slow day. Where we walk to one vessel, we spend a lot of time there. We walk to another vessel. And so if that's what we're getting, if you're attending, you're probably getting more. So yes, walking shoes is a big tip.
I would actually get on the app that they have that has an interactive map. And if you have certain people that you want to go visit, map them out. So you're not crisscrossing the show all day long. Because you will wear yourself out.
Yeah, like mapping out Southern Boating on the app, right? Southern Boating and Yachting, finding us, and then letting us help you with whatever you need. Yeah, because we're happy to
come to us first, and I can help you.
Yeah.
Because by the time you come to me, I probably have walked the entire show.
Yeah, twice.
Twice. You could be, maybe 3 times.
Yeah.
But definitely, if you're visiting the show, I would download the map and have it on your phone.
Yeah.
So you can use it.
It's funny because I've walked the show, right? And I'll be sitting there and I'm looking at, okay, who do I want to go visit, right? Who do I want to go get footage of? Like, what's on my list of things to tackle? And people will walk up to me and say, hey, do you know where this place is? Do you know where this manufacturer is? Do you know? And I'll be like, well, let me pull it up. I have the app open right now.
Have it right there. Yep.
I'll pull it up and tell them, oh, it's here. And I'll show them on the map. This is where you are. This is where you need to go. Walk this way, make a left there, and then you'll see it. You know, and they're like, oh, thanks. And then they walk off. And I realized I should just tell them, like, and in the future, if you download the app, it'll make your life a lot easier. So I'm telling you now, okay? That's what I'm doing. It'll make your life a lot easier. You can still talk to me and ask me, but it'll help you.
Absolutely.
So let's talk about the water taxis.
So yes, so it's my preferred method of getting around the show, right? So let's talk about it. We talked about starting at the convention center with parking, walking the convention center. When you walk outside the convention center, right underneath the 17th Street Bridge, there is a water taxi that can take you to all the sites of the boat show. It does have a cost associated with it, right? So you have to buy a ticket. You can buy a 1-day pass or you can buy a show pass.
Right, a 5-day pass.
A 5-day pass, so you can use it every day of the show.
And so real quick, I don't know if prices have changed, but from what I remember, it's $15 for a day and $65 for a 5-day pass. Kids under 5 ride for free. That was the last pricing I remember. Make sure you do your research and confirm what the pricing is, because it might change every year depending on whatever happens. But yeah, it's not actually, when you consider that versus the time you would spend in traffic on the streets, trust me, the water taxi is the way to go.
Absolutely.
Especially if you're going to Uber around from the convention center to Bahia Mar. No, why do that?
Yeah, no, it's the water taxi is the easiest way to go. Plus, you get a nice little refreshing boat ride. They sell refreshments on the water taxi, right? So you can get yourself a beer or a cold soda or cold water. It gives you a chance to get off of your feet, sit down, relax, enjoy a boat ride. Who doesn't enjoy a boat ride going through the intercoastal in Fort Lauderdale, seeing all of the beautiful homes that are on the intercoastal? And usually the guides are like tourist guides. They'll tell you a little bit of history about Fort Lauderdale. They'll tell you who owns what houses. And, so you get a little bit of a insider's tour of the living on the water in Fort Lauderdale. But it's a great way to get around the show and the easiest way to get around the show. The other ways are bus transportation, or there's the golf carts, the shuttle golf carts that you can sometimes catch. Those are readily available too. But I always like, because then you're mixing in with traffic, right?
Yeah.
And going up and down 17th Street and onto A1A, it can be extremely busy, because not only is the boat show going on, but just in general beach traffic.
Yeah.
Right? It's a very, very busy part of town, and the boats are the way to go. I mean, it's the water taxi really makes it simple and enjoyable.
Now, the great thing about the water taxi is that it starts operations 1 hour before and ends operations 1 hour after the show.
Correct.
So you can show up, be early, and not have to worry about, am I going to miss like my allotted time for whatever. If you schedule an appointment to go visit someone, for example, and you schedule it early, well, the water taxi can still get you there because they operate before and after the show. So you don't have to stress about that, and you can plan ahead and enjoy your time.
Now, do you want to talk about some places to go eat? If you do all this walking, you're going to develop a little bit of a hunger.
Right. And so you have 2 options. The way I see it, you have in-show options, and then you have options outside of the show. Right. So if you're talking in-show, at the convention center, they have, it's not exactly like food trucks, but they have food options there. Within the convention center. Plus, they have the convention center's built-in food options, right? Where they do things like hamburgers and whatnot.
Plus all the new options at the Omni Hotel that's tied to the convention center, right?
Yes.
You have the rooftop bar, a couple of restaurants there.
Yes.
Okay.
And then at the Bahia Mar, I know they have, again, I mentioned it, the food trucks and the refreshment stops all around. Those food trucks, you have plenty of options. It's not like they found like 4 taco trucks and that's all you can get. Like it's a bunch of different options that allow you to
I mean, you can get anywhere from a Greek gyro to a hamburger and a hot dog.
Right.
You know, so there's plenty of options there. You can even get a lobster roll if you like sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. So those are the
within the show.
Within the show. Outside of the show, you had mentioned Omni Hotel.
So there's those restaurants at the Omni. There's restaurants at Pier 66, right? And then there's some notable restaurants. So if we're over at the Bahia Mar, one of my favorite places is Coconuts.
I was gonna say Coconuts is
right next
there.
door, right? You probably have a little bit of a wait because it's a popular restaurant, right? And then there's a couple of others that are right in that vicinity that you can go to. They are in Maryland's article in here. So if you're looking for restaurants, come pick up October at our booth.
Yep.
It's here waiting for you, and you can discover a couple of more restaurants.
So other than this one last point, which I've touched on a couple times, that I really want to drill home, I'm pretty much done, right? So the last point I want to make is come visit us at the show because we love talking to you guys in person. We love hearing your stories. We love hearing your opinions. We love hearing what you want to know or read about or watch or learn about, whatever it is. The more you interact with us, the easier it is for us to create content that you're going to love because you asked for it.
Right.
So come visit us at the booth. That's the last thing I want to say.
It really is important. Come visit us at the booth. We're going to have our photo booth so you can get a picture of you looking like you're on the cover of Southern Boating and Yachting.
That's right.
Which is really cool. And if you capture us while we're there, more than happy to take a picture with you or any one of our staff.
Yeah, James is very happy to take pictures with everybody in
I
that
have
booth.
a little too much fun with the photo booth. Yes, everybody knows it. I drag everybody over to the photo booth if I can. It's fun for me. I put a lot of effort in building it. So do you.
Yeah.
Our whole staff has.
Yeah.
So we take a lot of pride in it, and it's a lot of fun for us. You know, I look forward to interacting with our readers and knowing what their interests are, what they're looking for, how we can better serve you guys. And that's what it really comes down to. So make sure to stop by, say hello, and enjoy the show. That's the most important part. Just enjoy the show. So until next time, I'm James Anderson.
I'm Ian Sneed.
We'll see you at the show.